let me bring you in on this little adventure of studying and digging into this. Friday nights, my husband and I taught on familiar spirits, and we exposed all that. Like, we gave like the origins, where it came from, what it meant. Okay, so Hebrews called familiar spirits, it comes from this word ob, and it was likened to like a leather bottle, kind of like a wineskin. Okay, and it also says like a necromancer. Okay, so when you further dissect like ob, you see down here it says bottle, familiar spirit, and it's from the same as the word ab or ab, and it says properly a mumble, i.e., a water skin from its hollow sound, hence a necromancer. And then right next to necromancer, it says ventriloquist. And so, me and my friend Amanda, she stayed after Friday night, and so we were looking at this, and we were like, ventriloquism, what? And so, I know I have so many people on my Facebook, like, I can just feel it, and I just know that people think that I am just out here, like, everything is demonic, everything is bad, like, we have to stay clear of this, we have to stay clear of that. But literally what happens is I just start studying for something, and then stuff just falls in my freaking lap, man. Like, and it'll start, like, blowing my mind, and I'll start, like, tripping out just on the information. And I know that there's people that are like, dang, she's just posting this, she's posting this, she's posting this. And I'm like, it's just information that I receive. Anyway, so let's deep dive into ventriloquism. Okay, here we are. The Latin word ventre, meaning belly, okay, and loci, meaning to speak, and the early Greeks called it the art of gastromancy. And this is why ventriloquists are also known as belly talkers, and they were known as belly prophets. Belly prophets, okay? So the voices ventriloquists created were thought to be the dead. People believe the deceased took up residence in the ventriloquist's stomach. Ventriloquists would interpret the voices as though they could talk to the dead or the gods. Our stomach is where, like, our spirit man is, and our inner core. And so the Oracle of Delphi, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, in Greek history is believed to have been a ventriloquist. Y'all, and she was straight up, if you research that, she was straight up a demonic portal. Like, demons spoke through her. Demons spoke through her, and she was considered a ventriloquist. Okay, so other cultures also have a history of ventriloquism used in ritual and religious practices. And in the Middle Ages, ventriloquism was considered spiritualism. It was considered to be witchcraft. And it did not change and become entertainment of what we see it today until the circus came. And then the circus picked it up. And that's a whole other can of worms in itself if you jump into, like, the origins of the circus. But ventriloquism, it was witchcraft. And it was demonic. Like, demons were speaking through these people. And it became entertainment. And we just look and do all this stuff without even knowing the history behind it. And it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. This was a ventriloquist. This oracle. She was a ventriloquist. Look into it. And she was known. She was believed to be a ventriloquist because they were belly prophets. The spirit spoke through them. Wild. Let's go part 2. The Oracle of Delphi. Her name is Pythia. It is derived from Pytho. The Greeks derived this place name from the verb, I cannot say that. It means to rot. which refers to the sickly sweet smell from the decomposing body of the monstrous python after it was slain by Apollo. So Pythia was the oracle of Delphi, and it derived from Pytho. That is where we get Python spirit, like the Python spirit. You see how this is equaling up here? And Pytho was established at the latest in the 8th century and was widely credited for her prophecies uttered under divine possession by Apollo. The Pythian priestess emerged by the end of the 7th century and continued to be consulted until the late 14th century. During this period, the oracle was the most prestigious and authoritative oracle among the Greeks, and she was among the most powerful women of the classical world. And down below, it just lists like other people throughout Greek history that has talked about her. And one of the main stories claimed that Pythia delivered oracles in a frenzied state, induced by vapors rising from a chasm in the rock, and that she spoke gibberish, a demonic tongue, which priests interpreted as the enigmatic prophecies and turned them into a poetic dialect, all those words preserved in Greek literature. Now, in part 1, I was talking about the ventriloquist, and the oracle of Delphi was known as the ventriloquist, and she was named after Pythia, after Pytho, and she was known as the pythoness. Like, so she was channeling the python spirit, okay? And it's just like so deep and mind-blowing. So she would give out these prophecies in this frenzy state. And if you actually watch the movie 300, they have this scene and it shows this. It does show like female area. So be forewarned if you need to guard your eyes from that. But it does show this Pythian oracle, and it shows her in the frenzy state, and it shows her giving out like a prophecy, a prophetic word. And she was known as a ventriloquist. She was known as a as a belly prophet, as a ventriloquist. And it all roots back to the Pytho, to the python spirit. This is huge stuff in the spirit realm.